What I am about to tell you happened to a girl just like any of us. She thought she was safe. She thought her loyal companion would protect her. But sometimes, the things we trust the most can become our greatest nightmare. This is a story that will make you question everything you thought you knew about being alone. Are you ready?
Meet Sarah, 17 years old, responsible, trustworthy. Tonight was supposed to be simple. Her parents were going out of town for the first time, leaving her alone in their quiet suburban home. But Sarah wasn't completely alone. She had Max, her golden retriever, her best friend since childhood, the one who slept by her bed every single night, the one who made her feel safe when the world seemed scary. Her parents had gone through the usual checklist: doors locked, windows secured, emergency numbers on the fridge. Everything seemed perfect. Everything seemed safe.
Around 10 p.m., Sarah was settling in for the evening. She made some popcorn, turned on the TV. Max curled up beside her on the couch. Just a normal, peaceful night at home. But then, the news came on. Breaking news tonight. Police are warning residents to stay indoors as a dangerous serial killer remains at large in the area. The suspect is considered extremely dangerous and may be targeting homes in suburban neighborhoods. Sarah felt her stomach drop. She looked down at Max, who was still peacefully sleeping. "It's okay," she whispered to herself. "The doors are locked. I have Max. I'm safe." She went through the house one more time, checking every door, every window. Front door, locked. Back door, locked. Kitchen window, locked. Living room windows, locked. But then she reached her bedroom window. No matter how hard she tried, it wouldn't close completely. There was always that small gap, just a few inches. "It's fine," she told herself. "We're on the second floor. No one can reach it." Tension building. Sarah got ready for bed, brushing her teeth, putting on her pajamas. Max followed her around as usual, his tail wagging, completely oblivious to her growing anxiety. She climbed into bed around midnight. Max took his usual spot on the floor, right beside her bed, close enough that she could reach down and pet him. And then she heard it. A dripping sound. Slow, steady, persistent. Drip, drip, drip. Sarah lay there, listening. Probably just the bathroom faucet, she thought. But the sound seemed wrong somehow. Too slow, too deliberate. She tried to ignore it, pulling her covers up higher. She reached her hand down over the side of the bed, feeling for Max. She felt his warm tongue lick her hand, that familiar, comforting sensation. "Good boy, Max. At least you're here with me." But the dripping wouldn't stop. Drip, drip, drip. It was driving her crazy. She had to find out what it was. Sarah got up, grabbed her phone's flashlight, and tiptoed out of her room. Max didn't follow. Unusual for him, but maybe he was just tired. First stop, the bathroom. She checked the sink faucet, bone dry. The shower? Nothing. The toilet? Everything was fine. Kitchen sink? She turned the handles, checked underneath. Nothing. No leaks, no drips. She checked every faucet in the house, every pipe she could see. Nothing. Nothing at all. But she could still hear it. Drip, drip, drip. It was coming from her room. Sarah slowly walked back to her bedroom, her heart pounding. The dripping seemed louder now, more insistent. Drip, drip, drip. She climbed back into bed,
pulled the covers up to her chin. She was shaking now, whether from cold or fear, she couldn't tell. She reached her hand down again, desperately needing that comfort, that reassurance. She felt the warm tongue lick her hand again, once, twice, 3 times. "Thank God you're here, Max. I don't know what I'd do without you." The familiar sensation of her dog's tongue was the only thing keeping her sane. Every few minutes, when the fear became too much, she'd reach down, feel that comforting lick, and somehow manage to relax just enough. Hours passed this way. The dripping continued, the licking continued, and somehow, exhausted by fear and adrenaline, Sarah finally drifted off to sleep.
Morning came slowly. Sunlight crept through that gap in the window that wouldn't close. Sarah woke up feeling groggy, wondering if the whole thing had been a nightmare. But then she remembered. The dripping had stopped. She sat up in bed, looking around. "Max?" she called softly. "Max, where are you, boy?" That's when she noticed her closet door was slightly open. Strange, she always kept it closed. She walked over to the closet, still calling for Max. "Max, are you in there, buddy?" She opened the closet door wider and Max was hanging upside down from the closet rod. His throat had been cut. Blood had been dripping all night long onto the closet floor. Drip, drip, drip. But that wasn't the worst part. Written on the inside of the closet door, in Max's blood, were 5 words that would haunt Sarah for the rest of her life. "Humans can lick too." Every time Sarah had reached her hand down in the darkness, every time she felt that warm tongue licking her fingers, every time she whispered, "Good boy, Max," it wasn't Max. Max had been dead for hours. Someone, something had been hiding under her bed all night long, licking her hand, comforting her, pretending to be her beloved pet, while she slept, while she trusted, while she felt safe. And Sarah called the police immediately. They found signs of forced entry through that window that wouldn't close, the one she thought was too high for anyone to reach. The killer was never found, but the message remains. Sometimes the comfort we seek in our darkest moments comes from the very thing we should fear most. This story has been told and retold for decades. Some say it's just an urban legend. Others swear it really happened. But I want to know what you think. Have you ever been alone at night and felt something that didn't seem quite right? Share your stories in the comments below. And remember, if you're alone right now listening to this, maybe check under your bed, because sometimes humans can lick too. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more stories that will keep you awake at night. And remember, you're never really alone.